Life happens to everyone, and either by observation or focus you got hold of a thought. That thought was either in harmony with who you are or was not. The quantity of how much in harmony with who you are was indicated by your emotions. The more in harmony with your inner being they were, the more positive you felt. The less harmony with your inner being they were, the more negative you felt. Good is equal to good, bad is equal to unwanted. It's as simple as that. Like you tune to a specific station on the radio, if you focus for a period of time while constantly receiving the indicator that felt bad, the emotional indicator got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you started receiving things that were in harmony that you also judged as negative or unwanted. Frustrating interactions, rude people, stubbing your toe, each getting bigger and bigger. Every indicator was telling you to stop. You will not like the destination when you get there. Until you are where you are now with an unwanted bodily and or life condition. And now you go to your healthcare provider asking them to do the impossible. Give you a different song other than one you're tuned to. Quote, so you ask a tremendous amount from your doctors. You ask your doctors in many cases to do what is not possible. You ask them to work their magic and use their medicine to defy the laws of the universe. And you are also emitting an energy that will not allow the healing that you demand from them. Abraham Hicks. You are the only one that can change what your radio is tuned to. Your thoughts and mind is a broadcasting and receiving mechanism. If you take the time to harmonize with what you want, the effort factor is almost non-existent. If you don't take the time to harmonize with what you want, there isn't enough action in the world to make any real difference. Supplements, drugs, treatments, or surgeries can't change what you are in harmony with. There are no quantity of supplements you can take, no matter their quality, purity, or method of delivery. There are no quantity of treatments, even if you have the most inspired, experienced, successful practitioners in the world performing them. There are no surgeries you can have, even if you have the best surgeons in the history of the planet. While it's true that temporarily those may give you relief, but long term, if you don't deal with the harmony, it's just going to squirt out in another way. So when applying the quantum medical model to healing in real life, we started noticing some requisite factors and found a direct correlation with those that achieve long-term relief and those that don't. And these factors are so critically important that if you aren't dealing with them first, you are wasting your time, money, and life. We call them the 3.5 hurdles to healing because if you don't clear them, you can't heal. And science proves it. The 3.5 foundational harmonic hurdles are 1. A rich life with an intimate relationship and a close network of friends. 2. A life full of personal purpose of being who they really are. 3. A harmonically based supportive philosophy for life. And the point 5 is, if applicable, people have to resolve any past traumas. This is another bold statement, and I ask you not to take our word for it, but let's give an overview of what the science says. There was a man studying heart patients, Dr. James J. Lynch, a psychologist, researcher, and author who uncovered some fascinating statistics about heart patients. We will do a deep dive into his data later, but what he found was a direct correlate between the death rate and relationship status. The least likely to die were those who were married, then less healthy those who were widowed, then divorced, and the highest death rate were those that were never married. Other diseases follow the identical pattern. The worst thing they discovered was that there was no quantity of exercise you can do or healthy food you can eat that can counteract the positive effects that one intimate, long-term relationship can have. The second healing hurdle is simply feeling that your life has purpose. It doesn't need to be a magnificent obsession. Just being there for your family and helping others is all you need. But you need something. This is the second hurdle to healing. The third hurdle to healing is that of a true supportive philosophy that works in harmony with the laws of the universe. If you don't have a philosophy that works with the laws, you will be like the existing broken medical system, always failing and never understanding why. This entire video series has been teaching this philosophy by and by, but we will do a deep dive into the detailed workings of what science affirms is the best philosophy to embrace to have a healthy, happy life. And there is one more factor to each of these hurdles that was discovered quite by accident. One time, there was a group of leading-edge doctors who dedicated their life to helping their patients with weight loss. In their schooling, they were taught that eating less and exercising more was the best way to lose weight. Of course, there was no actual science behind this, and it didn't work. But they were actual good doctors, forward-thinking, loving truth, not dogma, and they knew how to research. Well, eventually they stumbled upon one of the greatest healing modalities, fasting. They had their patients water fast, meaning just drinking water, and they all lost weight and all their other health problems disappeared as well. But once the fasting stopped, there were a few patients that would inexplicably gain it all back. And it was by accident that two of these patients who gained the weight back told their separate doctors that they were sexually abused as children. Wondering if this could be a link, they started to ask more and more of their patients who would gain all the weight back. And sure enough, those that hadn't dealt with their childhood traumas were the ones who couldn't sustain healing. So if you are trying to heal at all, and you haven't cleared these 3 harmonic hurdles, you are on a fool's errand. We are going to teach you how to clear these 3 hurdles and build a harmonic life, because if you don't, there is no supplement you can take, no vaccine, no surgery, no drug that'll help. There is no quantity of fasting that will help. There is no quantity of raw, fresh, organic foods you can eat. There is no length of meditation you can do. There is no quantity of exercise you can perform. And the worst part is, there is no medical modality, including this one, Western, Eastern, alternative, functional, that can help you. Thousands of scientific studies confirm again and again that if you have any health problem at all, and you don't have a harmonic relationship and a community of friends, a harmonic purpose in your life, and a harmonic philosophy, there isn't anything any medical system or person can do to help you long term. These are not only the prerequisites for a vibrant, healthy body, but for a fulfilling life on this planet. If you aren't working on them, you're wasting your time, money, and life. In fairness, even though Western medicine has studied it and is full aware of these issues, they don't know how to help people. But we do. And out of everything we know harmony best. In the following sections, we will provide a step-by-step approach to optimize each of these 3 areas to help you live your best harmonic life with a great feeling body, thrilling relationships, and satisfying purpose. Now you might understand why these videos are required. So many people come in and say, I don't want to do all this stuff. I just have problem X. My friend came in here with problem X and your protocol X cured them. Why can't I just do protocol X? And now you know that problem X isn't the problem. It's station X that they're tuned to. And we don't want little problem X to get worse and worse, and it spreads and gets bigger and bigger into other aspects of their life. That's basically the huge, giant, gaping flaw in all of medicine. What people are really saying is, I don't like the song on this station that my radio is on. Can you do something and force my hand to change it to another station so I can hear another song that I do like? No. That is the only thing that you and you alone have absolute power over. Free will abounds. With a pill or procedures, practitioners may be able to deafen your ears so you don't hear the song short term, or best case scenario, they can temporarily alleviate that problem. But unless you change the station yourself, the problem will either come back with a vengeance or transmute into another problem that may or may not be curable. You can see why these are called healing hurdles. This is the biggest secret in all medicine. If you have a problem in your body and you don't have a great intimate relationship, a community of friends, a feeling of purpose, or supportive philosophy, All the science and trillions of data points confirm one inescapable and unavoidable fact. Healing is going to have a very difficult, if not impossible, time affecting you. Eating unhealthy foods, lack of sleep and exercise, environmental toxins, and overall stress of life are going to have a very easy, 100% certain time adversely affecting you. But this is a two-way street, and this is the most exciting point of all of these teachings. If you have cleared the healing hurdles and have a delicious soul-affirming relationships, a strong sense of purpose, and a supportive philosophy, guess what? Sickness is going to have a very difficult and, if not impossible, time adversely affecting you. Eating unhealthy foods, lack of sleep and exercise, environmental toxins, and overall stresses of life are going to have a very difficult, if not impossible, time adversely affecting you. This simple truth answers almost every single controversy about health, and you are smart enough to see why. From now on, forevermore, if you see a certain study about the way people eat, exercise, a drug or supplement, or a surgery or protocol, you're going to be able to ask the right questions. How are the participants' relationships? What about their feeling of life purpose? How close-knit was their community and friends? Because those make all the difference in the world. Some people in harmony with health take a dangerous drug and have no side effects. Others in harmony with illness, sickness, and disease will take a placebo and die from it. I don't fight against unwanted for obvious reasons. I will clearly define the problem, but then spend all of my energy on explaining the solution. I'm not fighting against any healthcare system or philosophy because they all have their place. And their place is only for an inspired solution given to you by the universe after you've cleared the harmonic hurdles for health and then got into alignment with your desire and were inspired to whatever protocol was given to you. When you live a harmonic life, the answers come quickly and easily right on the heels of the problem. Sometimes the solutions are given even before the problem. Other times the solutions are provided so far in advance you never even knew there was a problem. Inspired answers will be so clear you will not doubt. And yes, they may certainly involve the medical system, but instead of just trying random, expensive, invasive things and hoping something will work, you will be guided to the one perfect thing that'll fix it. And then you can go on your way, deliberately living a well-intended, delicious life on purpose. Let's go to the first hurdle: harmonic relationships.